Hello. Hello. I, just like many of you here today, I, like many of you, I can't. I'm supposed to be up here talking to all of you about how how amazing of a hero he was. I'm supposed to tell you that he died a hero's death. That he died doing what he loved. That he died saving lives. But none of that matters. None of that changes the fact that he died. He died a young man. A young man with dreams, hopes, ambitions. He would always come home and tell me that, Yami, there's gonna come a day when I'm no longer doing this hero shit. I want to be a teacher. I want to be somebody that affects the future generations. I want to be somebody that matters. He used that term. He really did. He used somebody that matters. He didn't come home and say he saved 50 people. No, I'd see that on the news. He wouldn't come home and say that he had the most grueling fight he had in his life. No. I'd see bits of it on TikTok and YouTube. Hell, he wouldn't even come home and say he stood up a date. No. She'd call to tell him how much of a waste of time he was. And he'd smile and say, I'd make it up to you. So I was asked to come up here and give a speech. Give a speech to all of you as his best friend. Give a speech talking about how strong he was. But no. No. Because I was the one that could hear him cry at night. He would cry every single night. I'm supposed to be up here to tell you how brave he was. But no. I'll tell you about the nightmares that he had. I'll tell you about him waking up, kicking and screaming in the middle of the night. I'm supposed to tell you about how strong he was. But instead, I'll tell you about the times that I need to give him my hand to get up out of the chair. Could you believe that? The man can lift buildings. He can wrestle monsters. And in his weakest moments, he needed to hold my hand to stand. He didn't die a hero. He died violently. He didn't die fulfilled. He died with his dreams, his wants and his ambitions all crushed. But he died doing what he loved. Because no matter how many times I would ask, when do you plan to stop? When do you plan to become a teacher? When do you plan to seek help for the nightmares? When do you plan to rest? You give me the same answer every single time. When they no longer need me. And I believe that he genuinely believed that. Because no matter how much it hurt, no matter how tired he was, he always answered the call. That's what made him a hero. So to many of you listening to this, to many of you watching this, to many of you here in attendance, to you, he was this indestructible, undeniable presence. He was a hero. He is. He is a hero. But I'm not going to stand before you and treat him like a weapon. I'm not going to stand before you and dehumanize him. He too laughed. He too cried. He too yearned. He too wanted to be held, wanted to be touched, wanted to be told that everything will be all right. He too wanted to be saved. And in the end, he died. He died like every other person. So this last bit of this speech is for you, my old friend. It's over. It's over now. You did it. You saved them. I want you to know that you took down the bad guy. And every person that you were protecting that day, they all lived, and they're in the crowd right now. I want you to know that you did a good job. That you were, or will always be, my hero. So you can rest now. You can rest now. There's no more beatings to be had. There's no more nightmares to be had. There's no more pain that you need to shrug off. You can rest now, my dear friend. And I'll make sure that your memory, that your deeds, that your name is never forgotten. You will live on in the memories, in the thoughts, in the stories, in the shows, in the merch. You will live on. I won't let them forget you. I'll always remember you. Forever always. Hey there. Hi. So today's audio is a bit different from what I usually do on my channel. Well, kind of. It's a different type of topic, but I usually do just base certain videos on certain topics. And today's video slash topic is Satoru Gojo. I know that's a bit silly to say, but he's the reason behind the core of this video. If you're following Jujutsu Kaisen and you're not caught up to the manga, what I'm about to talk about is spoiler territory. So if you don't want to hear it, you can step away. Thank you for listening and thank you for being here. Now that the spoiler warning is out of the way, there is a habit that we have whenever there is a strong person. We start seeing them as their strength, as what they stand for. We did the same thing with Satoru Gojo, and we do the same thing with All Might. We no longer see them as a person, but instead as a pinnacle of strength. We no longer see their flaws, but only what they're accomplished. We no longer see them in pain, sacrificing things, giving up things, because they can't afford to show that. The only thing that they can afford to show is their strength and their absolute perfection. That's something I really liked about Satoru Gojo. Is as the manga went on, he slowly lost his humanity. Even in the end, Jujutsu society stopped seeing him as a person, but as a weapon, as a tool. And in the end, even the people that loved him had to use him as a weapon and as a tool. It's such a sad narrative, a touching story that, I don't know, I just wanted to put my own twist on it for my channel. So if you made it this far and you liked the video, please leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This audio is just a one-off, so I'll probably post it like the day after instead of skipping a day. Since it's not that like my usual stuff, I didn't write a script or anything for this. This is all improvised. So I'll probably take tomorrow to write the script for Friday. So this is just like a free what if audio that I'm just posting out there. So I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you for listening. Oh, right. If you made it this far and you like the content, please leave a like and a comment down below. As for your subscription, I'll be playing you in a friendly game of rock, paper, scissors. The rules are simple. I'll go rock, paper, scissors, and then shoot. Yes. Upon shoot, I'll announce what I won and what I went. And if I win, you know to subscribe. If I lose, you know to go down in the comment section and rub it in my face. If it's a draw, you know to meet me in the next video to play again. If I've beaten you 2 times in a row, you got to put a notification button. But if I've beaten you 3 times in a row, you now belong to me, mind, body, and soul. All right, let's go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Today I went scissor. That means if you're in paper, you just lost. But if you're in rock, you just won. All right. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next audio. Bye-bye.